Now we will learn, so the people who are excused from fasting, because this is a very important topic, and many sisters, they are confused about this topic. They don't understand like who is excused from fasting. They think like, um, I mean, different things they say. So rather than saying different things or wrong informations, inshallah, we will learn today the sisters or the people who are excused from fasting. Let's see, inshallah, one by one. Okay, so and here I have mentioned the books. I will try to share my slides. These slides, they are basically purely for my Alima class girls. These slides, I have prepared these slides for my class, my Alma class, but I'm sharing with you as a Sadqa Jariya, so then you can also get the information from these slides. Okay, here, let me just remind you the books. Here is a Nurul Iza, Ascent to Felicity, and Al Hidayah. So these three books, and there are Kaduri Sharif also, these are the books of Hanfi Madhab, Hanfi Fiqh. So these are the books from where I have taken the references. So Alhamdulillah, so whatever I'm teaching you, they are based on the authentic books of fiqh. So inshallah, you will find the information. Okay, so the first category is the sick. And in Arabic, in all these brackets, actually, these are Arabic words. Yeah, these are Arabic versions. So the sick is mariz. So now when we say marid, inshallah, in details, I will explain one by one, like what this means. Sick, mariz, the traveler means the musafir, yeah, pregnant and nursing woman, hamil and murdiya, the elderly, in Arabic we call sheikhafani, the weak and terminally ill, maride la yurju, means like the people who don't have any hope to recover. Then menstruation and postpartum. Postpartum means the woman who experience bleeding after the childbirth. We call them postpartum, or in Arabic we call them nufasa. And then those who are forced, mukrah, the people who are forced, the people who are forced to fast. So these are, so the sick, the traveler, pregnant and nursing woman, the elderly people, the weak and the terminally ill people, menstruating and postpartum women, and those who are forced to break their fast or not to leave or not to have their fast. Okay, so these are the categories of people excused from fasting. So let's go one by one now, each slide. So inshallah, you will have further deeper knowledge, inshallah. Okay, when we say the sick people, any person who just has a cold or flu or a simple headache, we say, oh yeah, it's okay, you can break your fast. Yeah, you can do. We can't do this. You know, it's not very simple, sisters. It's not very simple. Here we need to understand one thing. I'm just going to highlight from here to here. Okay, so look, this is the criteria. If you fulfill this criteria, yeah, then you can say you are sick, and you may break your fast or you may leave your fast. Both things can apply to you. Number one, what is that? Past experience. Past experience, even if someone else with the same sickness. For example, I say, like, for example, I got severe headache and I have a migraine. I know like it's going to be worse. So for my past experience, I know like if I didn't take medication, it's going to be worse. Or I have someone else experience. I know like someone, my sister, my siblings, my friend, they had the same situation, same illness. And if they don't take medications, then it gets worse, or might be it get worse, or the illness can be prolonged. So look now, because I have now this thing in front of me, past experience or someone experience, number one. Number two, if I don't have a past experience or someone experience, then there is an obvious sign of potential harm. Like, for example, I know, like if someone, like person goes into hypoglycemia means someone goes, like the blood sugar level goes down. And if we don't feed that person instantly, then the person might go into coma. Look, these are the medical conditions, isn't it? And then the same, like if some person goes into low blood pressure. So the person needs energy instantly. The person needs energy instantly. So those are the situations now, and there are many more others. I'm just giving examples as a reference. There are many more. So when we know like there is a potential harm if the person doesn't break fast, or the person doesn't break fast, so then we know like it might harm, or it might prolong his illness, or it might worsen his situation. So in those situations, those people, they may break their fast, they may leave their fast. So both of the things I'm highlighting here. So then you are you are clear about this point. Number three, we say, number three, like physician, Muslim physician, an opinion of a qualified Muslim physician. But because we are living in non-Muslim countries, obviously we don't have access every time to the Muslim physicians. We have here mixed culture, mixed ethnicity. So we don't know like which like when we go to the physician or the doctor, are they Muslim or not? So, but if they are qualified doctors, MBBS doctors, and we know that like they are qualified people in the surgeries, normally they are MBBS doctors, right? They are qualified doctors. So we go to them and then they say, yeah, there is my danger your life, might endanger your health, might endanger your child's health. So then you shouldn't fast. So then in those situations, then we may break our fast or we may leave our fast. So these three things we need to fulfill before we decide to break our fast or before we decide to leave our fast. So please, sisters, you all need to look into this criteria before you decide for anyone to break a fast. Traveler. When we say the traveler, the distance should be 77 kilometers, which basically when it convert into when we convert into miles, then it becomes, I think so, 47 or 48 miles. Okay, so it becomes 48 miles. Nowadays 48 miles is not a difficult at all. Why? Because in UK, we are living here, we have a good transportations, fast cars, fast trains, planes. I mean, it's so much easier. But here, another thing which I didn't mention here, unfortunately, I just completely forgot to mention, I just explained to my girls, was that the like if you, for example, if you are traveling and the distance is for example 77 kilometers, just takes kilometers, 77 kilometers, but then you are going to a place where you want to stay less than 15 days. You want to stay less than 15 days. Then you will be considered a traveler. But if you are going to a place like another city or towards like your mom house, to your relative's house, somewhere else in the country, another city, and you have a plan to stay there more than 15 days, then you are not a traveler. Why? Because to become a traveler for the purpose of a fasting or for the purpose of the reading short prayers, you need to fulfill this criteria. So your distance should be 77 kilometers, your stay should be less than 15 days. Then you are a traveler. And then in that situation, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you the option to leave your fast or to break your fast if you experience any kind of problem. So then you can leave your fast. So this is the second category. Then third, now this is an important part, especially for women, because we women, most of the time, we experience this this issue, and many women, they don't have any idea. They think like, well, because we are pregnant, so we cannot fast. Or many breastfeeding women, they think, oh, because we breastfeed our babies, so we cannot fast. No, they are allowed, they can fast, and actually I would say they should fast, but they may leave their fast when if fasting harms the mother or the baby, then they are excused. And how they fear harm, based on the experience or reliable medical advice, they make their fast. They may leave their fast, but then remember, sisters, they must make up those fasts later on. They can't just leave it like, oh, no, because yeah, we are allowed to leave our fast, so it's okay. And many women, they think like, oh, we paid the fidya, we paid the amount to poor people, yeah, so it's fine, we don't need to make up later. No, they must make up later, because the fidya is not for pregnant or nursing women. Because why? Fidya is for those people who can never fast in their life due to any reason. But the pregnant women or the nursing mothers, they have a situation, they have a certain condition for a certain period. They don't have a forever this kind of condition. So once they are out of this situation, out of this condition, then they must pick up their fast later on. So, and many women, like, they just they break, I mean, they leave their fast. Like, for example, if a mother, she has 5-6 children, and every pregnancy she is missing her the whole month fast. You can imagine how many fast. If 5 children means 5 times 30, how much it becomes? 150 fast. So imagine, it's so hard for us to make up 5-6 days of menstruation. And imagine if you have to make up 150 fast or 5 pregnancies, or and then plus 5 breastfeeding periods, 150, 150, 300 fast. Is it possible for us to make up 3 fast? No, it's not. It's really hard. So I will request to my sister, please, if they can fast, it's easier for them. It's not harmful for them or for their baby. If their health is absolutely good and the baby doesn't have any danger, then they should fast. But if they think it could harm the baby or the mom, then they should avoid. Then there is no harm in avoiding. And the same elderly people. Sorry, elderly people. So elderly people, like the people who are permanently weak, elderly, who cannot fast, they're excused. But what they need to do, should they make up those fasts? No. What they need to do, because they are I mean, they are so old. I mean, we know, like, there is no hope. Everyone knows, once you get old, you are not going to go back to your young age, isn't it? No one is going to go back. So now their situation is going to go worse. So in those situations, they must pay fidya. And what is fidya? Feeding a poor person for each missed fast. But here the ulama says, if they regain strength later, for example, like before they were weak, they were elderly, yeah, obviously they're not going to go young, but there's a possibility, might be they regain their strength later, then they must make up their fast. Okay, so this is very important point, and many sisters, they are confused about this. The weak and the terminal ill, yeah, for them it's also like they're excused. But then when and you see, you know the criteria: past experience, potential danger, or the medical doctor advice. And if one is unable to fast permanently, then they will have to pay the fidya. Okay, now let's come to this point: menstruation and postpartum. So because here the women, they are menstruation and postpartum, everyone knows we are not supposed to fast. We shouldn't fast in this situation. Why? Because worship, I mean, the purity is the prerequisite for every kind of worship. Either it's a fast, either it's a prayer, either it's a hajj, or either it's a umrah. The purity. So because when we are in menstruation, postpartum, we are not in purity. So we shouldn't make up. So we shouldn't do the fasting in those days. But we must make up those fasts. Okay, we must make up. We are not excused at all. And the last one, those who are forced. So someone, like, if someone forced someone, like, you cannot fast, or if someone is fasting, then they give him threat or her threat, like, if you fast, then we might kill you, we might harm you, we might like put you in any danger or anything, like if the person is uncurious, in all those situations, then the people they may break their fast, or they may leave their fast. But remember, sisters, then they must make up those fasts later on. So these are the slides about the people who are excused from fasting. I made these short slides so then it's easier for everyone to understand. Okay, so people from excused, I have already discussed with you, and here I have given the references from the Hadith and from the Quran.